Happy Friday, everybody. It's your pal, it's your amigo, it's your compadre, John, to the air horn. I think it's over. There we go. Got a little bit left in the tank. Don't you worry about it. You are listening to another awesome, amazing episode of the Fried Pod. Don't eat Tide Pods. Listen to the Fried Pod. And I'm your host. And man, thanks for coming back. We're still on YouTube. Haven't kicked us off yet. Still on YouTube. Still on SoundCloud and everything else. Let me read them to you. SoundCloud. Yep. iTunes. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, All Things Comedy, and The Mesh. That's a lot of stuff. A lot of opportunities for you to listen and watch the Fried Pod and share. That's right. On a lot of these things, there's a little share button. It's like an arrow facing that way sometimes. Sharing is caring. Please do that. Do your R's and your S's. You don't know what that is? Rate, review, subscribe, and share. I said rate, review, subscribe, and share. That's a lot of things. That's 4 things, 2 R's, 2 S's, but just pick one. I like sharing. Let's go with share today. Let's make today a share day. How about that? Also, if you want to email me, you want me to read your emails, I'll do that. All you got to do is send me an email to johnreap@gmail.com. Ain't that something? Locked it down. A lot of people wanted johnreap@gmail.com. I got it first. Okay? That's what I do. JONREEP@gmail.com. And I will most likely read your email. Well, let me take that back. Maybe not most likely. I've been getting a lot of them. That's because you guys are responding, and I appreciate that. That's awesome. I love you for this. Got a lot of emails, and I've been picking them at random. So here's one I picked at random. This one is by Stephen Jackson. All right, here it is. Printed it out and everything. There you go, Stephen Jackson. I'm going to read your words, okay, exactly as you wrote them. I'm not going to correct you because that's rude and insulting. Maybe you wanted it to sound this way. So I'm going to read it the way that you wrote it and with my vocabulary, my speaking skills. Reading skills, not that great. Here we go. This ought to be fun. I have been wanting to send you an email to show my support. Well, thank you, buddy. Right off the bat, I love you already. But never thought you would actually see it. But lately, you have been reading it of emails on your podcast. I have been reading it of emails on my podcast. I am more confident you will actually see it. Yep, I saw it. I saw you on TV a lot growing up and liked you, but it wasn't until my mom brought home one of your CDs that I really became a loyal follower. Well, thank you, Mom. Appreciate that. You came to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and performed at ITZ, spelled I-T-Z. And that's actually correct. There was a dance club, comedy club named ITZ. I'm not sure what it's all about, why they did that. It's been a while since I've been there. But yes, that is all true. Let's keep going. They had a nightclub and a comedy club. That's right. She bought a CD and brought it home from me to download it on my computer and still have it to this day. I am from Fayetteville, but I lived in Hickory for about 2 years. This is my favorite part of this sentence here. Near the Lowe's and Lowe's Folds beside LR. Now, I'm going to correct you here because I want people to know there are actually 2 Lowe's stores next to each other in Hickory. One is a Lowe's grocery store, and the other one is a Lowe's hardware store. And it's not far from here. But he wrote, near the Lowe's and Lowe's Folds beside LR. I think he meant foods right there. So I got your back. I know exactly what you're talking about. That is a little weird that there's 2 Lowe's right next to each other. I love living in Hickory. I lived there from 2015 to 2017. I worked at Blue Ridge Harley Davidson the whole time I was there. Then moved to Asheville from 2017 to 2019, and now back to Fayetteville. I'm going to try to go to your show in Raleigh, but I hope you come back to Fayetteville soon. I love listening to your stories about Hickory, especially now that I have lived there and gotten some experience. Well, Stephen Jackson, thank you for sending this here email. And I have no plans to return to Fayetteville anytime soon, so you got to come to Raleigh. But we like to call Fayetteville Vietnam. You know that if you've ever lived there, because there's a big Army Marine base, something like that. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is appreciate your service, if that's what you do. I just appreciate you emailing me. All right, next thing, let's do this. YouTube comments. I will randomly pick your YouTube comments, and I will read them too. This one is from Samantha Kingston. Hey, boo-boo. She is my #1 fan, and she left a comment, so I'm going to read yours because it was the first one. It says it right here. First comment, woohoo! I don't know why people like that so much. Why is that a big deal to be the first? It's a thing. But congratulations on that. You're first. And she said, woohoo, keep up the greatness. I intend to, and thank you. Ginger rocking that purple shirt. That's right. Last episode, if you haven't watched it yet, go back and check that one out. I think it's episode 97, I believe. Toothpaste and Tools. I'm wearing a purple shirt. And it's not my shirt. I do like the way purple looks on me. I've always been a fan of purple, Prince, Purple Rain, and I like the way it looked on me. It's not even my shirt, and I feel a little guilty now that I look back at it, and I watched the podcast again. It said Special Olympics row raiser, so it looked like that I had done something for the Special Olympics. A row raiser, that's when you row and you raise money as you row. That's I'd like to say that I did that, and maybe I should. I probably will now that I'm talking about it out loud. But it's my brother's shirt. He did that. He left it at my house, and I just thought it looked good on me, and so I put that on. So anyway, if you thought that was, it's a little bit of stolen valor, and I didn't mean to do that. I simply like the way that shirt looked on me. That is it. And then she says, Mr. Austin, you're amazing. That's about John Wesley Austin, who was on here and was a great guest. Random. He just happened to be in Hickory. We had him on the Fried Pod, and he sang a song, and we had a good time in here. It was like the longest one we've ever done. So if you haven't seen that one, go back and check it out. All right. Thank you, Samantha Dawn Kingston. Now, it's time for another edition of John's Journal. John's Journal. Don't have a song or a lead-in for this. One day we will. Hey, maybe that's something that y'all can do. Are you musically inclined? Do you like to tinker with keyboards and synthesizers and whatnot? Why don't you make a little jingle for John's Journal? Maybe we'll play it. Maybe we won't. This one is called A Story by John Reap. John Reap, I've jotted my name down in the top right corner, which is what they made you do back then. Also put it here, in case you too lazy to look over here. It says it again. A Story by John Reap. Here we go. I haven't read this yet, so I have no idea where this is going. This is the beauty of John's Journal. This is from my high school. 1989, I want to say. English teacher made everyone in the class write something on a piece of paper for the first 10 to 15 minutes of class, and then she collected them and gave them back to us at the end of the year. It was mandatory that we write something. And sometimes I would write poems. Sometimes I would write just whatever happened that day or a story. So this one is a story. Let's read the story. One day after school let out on a Friday, they were looking at Friday, Fried Pod, symmetry, full circle. One day after school let out on a Friday, my friend David called me and asked if I wanted to go ride our bicycles around his neighborhood and mine. So I said yes. While we were riding around my neighborhood, David asked me if I wanted to run away from home with him this weekend. Wow. I can't even tell you what David this is. It's probably David Neeland. Run away from home. I guess people still do that. I don't think of that running away from. I ran to home from Los Angeles. But yeah, okay, let's keep going. David asked me to run away from home with him. At first, I was thinking that it would be fun. But then I wondered what our parents would say when we return home on Sunday evening. David said that all we have to do is tell them that we were kidnapped by some people in a van with flames on the side. Very specific. I wonder if he actually spotted a van sometime with flames on the side and thought, maybe that guy cut him off and he wanted to get back at him, and this was like some all elaborate scheme just to screw with the guy with the van and the flames on the side. I don't know. I don't recall seeing a van with flames on the side, but I feel like if one were to be kidnapped and I saw a van with flames on the side, that'd be like my top 5 dude to ask. Hey, have you seen 2 kids on bicycles? All right, let's keep going. Flames on the side, and that that sentence continues. There's a comma after flames on the side. And that they were all wearing masks to cover their faces. I told him that story would never work and that my parents would be laughing when they heard that one. Right away, my parents must have thought that I must have thought that it would be that my parents would thought it would be hilarious if someone had kidnapped me. I guess that's probably just the fact that they wouldn't have believed that story. Okay, so he told me to try to think of a better story. So I thought for about 2 minutes, and I like to have a time frame on that. So I thought for about 2 minutes and came up with this great story. Okay, I said that we ought to say that we were riding our bikes in your neighborhood and we saw a dirt road that went down this very steep and wooded hill. So we started to go down the trail, and as we were riding, the trail just got longer and longer and longer until it was so dark that we couldn't even see the trail anymore. Great story. I imagine that one would have been believable. What the hell? David Neeland, I guess this is a story about you. David, I know you watch this sometimes. Do you recall ever asking me to run away with you and coming up with this story? I wonder if I just made this up. Sometimes that's what I did. My brain would be blank and I would just be sitting there and I think, well, let me just think of something right now. So this is fiction. I believe this may have been one of my first works of fiction right here. Who knows? That is embarrassing. Flames on the side, dirt trail. He did have, I know David, the Neelands, they had a nice big backyard. And their daddy was rich. They were rich. I guess that means they had money. His dad was a doctor. And so they had a nice big piece of property. Now, David Neeland is the brother of Danny Neeland. Danny Neeland is the guy in the story where I got my ass whipped when I thought I was a ninja around the 7th, 8th grade. Now, David's his brother. So I'm guessing this was probably along that same time. So there you go. Another amazing story from my high school years, 1989, John's Journal. Now, we got a great show for you today. We have a guest, and he's one of the best guests that he's a good guest. He's a good friend, always chock full of stories. In fact, we had an amazing weekend this past weekend. We went tubing down a river, and that made me think, I've talked about tubing down a river before. Let's watch this.
That's what I love about being from a small town. You know, you got to learn quick in life if you want to be entertained by the simple things, right? The free stuff, like a river, you know. And we don't say it. I got friends that don't say river, R-I-V-E-R. They say it R-I-I-F-F-P-H-E-R. I got a buddy, Marty. He'll say, hey, Reap, you coming to town this weekend? Let's go back to the river. I'm like, oh, Marty. You spit on me through the phone, man. I'm convinced that some redneck guy invented the houseboat. Oh, yeah. Because you know what? He's probably doing this. You know what? I can't believe I never thought of this before. Hey, if we can get this double wide to float. Yeah. We would never have to live forever. Go get me my caulking gun. This sucker's floating tonight. I love a river, man. If you're on the river and you got a speedboat, you're river royalty. You're the man. And you don't need skis to have a good time on the river. You can pull anything that floats, man. Air mattress, pull it. It's got air in it. Fiberglass awning, guess what? They float. Pull it. I've seen a family of 4 have a great time on an old garage door. And you can go real fast and just make a sharp turn and turn your friend into a human slingshot, you know? He's in a pine tree. Oh my God. Randy! When you come down, go get some more ice. I just want to get so rich one day that I can buy 500 jet skis and then just give them away. Yeah. To an old folks home. Because it's always a young dude having a blast on a jet ski. Wouldn't you love to see 500 senior citizens out there, man? Hey, just policing the river. Give them a leather life jacket. Big wire basket on the front, you know. Little right there on the side. Hook them up, man. Big antenna with a tiny tennis ball just doing this. You could call them the Gray Dolphins. Get off of my river. I just want to see that. I'll tell you this, my favorite thing to do at the river is go tubing. You ever go tubing? That's fun. I love it. Tubing is great. You get a big inner tube. You get a cooler full of beer. And then you float. That's it. It's the leisure activity for the lazy alcoholic. Best part is, you can drink and pee in the same spot, man. What are y'all doing over there? I'm pissing. This river's warm today, huh? Get the hell out of here. God damn. That's how you flush. Make a whirlwind in there. Yeah, it sucks for the fish. Fish are jumping out of the water. This is my house, man. We're trying to breathe down here. Stupid fish. Oh no, get a job.
Get a job, you stupid fish. Oldie but a goodie. Hey, everybody, Shawn Satzer's here.
All right.
Woo! Hang on, let me get you
Oh, there's
two
that
sound effects.
And a bell.
Well, sorry, Alan.
No, that's okay.
Did I just blow out all the mic speakers? So, can y'all hear me now? Hey, Shawn.
Hey, John.
Good to see you again.
Always a pleasure.
We went tubing. Speaking of tubing.
We did, and I didn't. This has been a long time since I heard this bit, and
Yeah.
it's very ironic.
How crazy is it? That a lot of that is true.
Very true.
Even to the day.
Real close.
We're going to talk about our tubing adventures and our axe throw. We had a whole great, good 2 days up there in Asheville. We'll talk about that in a minute. But first, I think we should do the meme contest.
yeah, we can do that.
Do we happen to have the open? I don't even know if that's
absolutely
one
we
thing.
do.
Let's, I do a contest. I put a picture up, and I ask you to make a meme out of me or leave a caption, and whoever gets the most comments wins a free hat. And here we are again with another edition of Me. Ooh, memer. Me, won't you make a meme out of me? Yes, most people are not doing the memes anymore. They're just leaving comments. But I think it's going to turn around. So let's go ahead. Should we show the picture? I put this picture up. I actually forgot to put one up last week, so I did this yesterday. And as we record this, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Today's Tuesday. I put this up Monday night, and I put up in the prime time so that we get a lot of comments, like around 7:30, 8 p.m. So not as many people were able to play this time, but the game must continue and the show must go on. And I put one up, and
It's on your.
it's on my Facebook page, fan page, and on my Instagram account. I just did it there. I even forgot to put it on YouTube, which is where this is. I put it on YouTube like an hour before I got in here. So we actually have zero comments on the YouTube because I forgot to put it up there. That's on me. That's my fault. But,
Too much tubing.
Too much tubing. I'm still
much
sore.
axe
My
throwing.
fingers are, you work every muscle in your body when you go tubing, believe it or not. But I did put it on Facebook and Instagram. And
Sorry, the computer's
okay.
a little slow here today. But
it's an old picture. I've been doing a lot of pictures from like my childhood, and I thought, well, let's do some updated throwback old school pictures. And I'm cleaning out my my old laptop and moving stuff to the new laptop, which means
That's probably a good
I've got
story,
a bunch of old pictures from my college days. When I did colleges and universities, when I was first headlining all over the country. And I found one I thought looked interesting, and there it is.
That's very interesting.
Now, right away, I mean, what goes through your mind when you see this picture? Obviously, this is before the beard. What do you think that is?
I've looked at this picture and tried.
You've already seen it.
I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, last night.
I saw it on
Put it up there.
Facebook. Well, I
Okay.
saw a lot of comments on Facebook, and I read most of them.
Okay.
You kind of look like you're a young youth pastor.
Yeah, it does. It totally does.
I love the watch. The watch, I can tell you, was broke. And
Well, I'm surprised it survived. It must have been waterproof because you can
Yeah.
see I'm covered in sweat.
yes,
That
Are you
shirt,
sitting on somebody?
I think I'm sitting on a stool.
Oh, okay. I was just,
And I'm sort of like leaning back, and
kind of thinking the poor guy behind you, like sitting on his face there.
right, yeah. No, I think there's a stool there, and there's a stage. It makes it. That's why
makes a
I'm
little more sense,
raised up. Yeah, and when I was doing these colleges, before everyone had a camera on their phone, I just had a little digital camera. And I thought, well, this is fun. I'm just going to capture a bunch of photos from all this college stuff. And this is what I did at McMurray look up McMurray State or McMurray University. M-A-C Murray. It's a college I did. I think it was somewhere in Illinois. But when I first started doing these colleges, like, I'm talking anywhere from like a major USC, Trojans or Gamecocks university, a gigantic one, to like we're just barely a university. I mean, I've done technical institutes. I'm surprised CVCC didn't have me, but I was all over the world.
McMurray College, Jacksonville, Illinois.
There it
that
is. Yeah.
look at there.
Enrollment of 570.
Wow.
Enrollment,
That's 570 people in the whole college.
Wow.
Wow.
That's about your senior class, isn't it?
I think it was. Yeah, my senior class at Fred T. Ford High School, more people than enrolled in the whole university. I don't see how you can count that as a university.
And they were all in that little spot right there that you were performing.
Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking they were.
I was going to say, I think that's
That's all of them.
That's all of them.
Yeah, that was after all the classes that day. You didn't have to go from classroom to classroom. It's so small that you just do it right there.
Yeah.
All the classes right there.
Just change teachers.
You just
comedians.
change teachers.
Our next comedian, our next teacher.
There's math,
Right.
geography,
I was at the
comedian,
end.
all in the same place.
But yeah, it does look like a youth pastor of
does.
some sort.
I really like the girl on the right side, but her mouth is so wide open. You must have really told her.
Right there. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Hey, if you're watching this, and you follow me on Facebook and stuff, and you see yourself, go ahead and tag away. Tag away, and then leave your comment. I want to know what memories you have from that show. Obviously, this is at the end of the show. I'm covered in sweat. And I was doing this thing. I saw a poster, I think it was of, I think it was The Doors. Mm-hmm. Who was the lead singer of The Doors? What's his name? Jim Morrison. Mm-hmm. And he was doing some music festival. And he was performing, it was a day in the daylight, but it was outdoors. Mm-hmm. And behind him, the audience is like 50,000 people. Mm-hmm. It was just a sea of people. And he had turned back to the camera coming from the behind the stage, and he was just like doing this pose, and he just happened to look at the camera and do like a nonchalant thing, and behind him was a sea of people. So I tried to do a small version of that.
You were trying to recreate a Jim Morrison photo at Murray College.
Yeah, this could be in front of a sold-out 570 full capacity university. Yes,
I'm not sure if you quite matched the emotion and intensity of the.
No,
of the
I mean
Doors
it's
concert.
exact. It's like a photo negative of that.
Right.
But yeah, this was fun. I mean, you could tell it was hot in there. That's what I was going for. And I did that with other universities I did too. I'll show you other ones later on, maybe in another episode of my years of college touring and me trying to recreate that exact same picture in every one of them.
Did you try it in every one?
I did a lot of them. There's more of this same pose with different people in different universities. Yeah. I'll post that. Maybe that'll be the new series of Mimi. It's like college edition. Yeah. But yeah, it does look like I'm a young David Koresh.
Yes.
And I'm trying to talk everybody into follow me after this.
Kool-Aid after the service here.
So I did notice a lot of people posted that kind of comment. Yeah, there was a lot of that. You look like a youth pastor.
A cult or some sort of religious thing going on,
And someone got detailed, and look at my hand. You see that black line up there?
Oh, yeah.
I think those are stitches. I think I broke my thumb one time. No, that would have been way after that. Dude, I can't remember if those are stitches.
Maybe a club and not before.
Or if that's just a Sharpie. And I just was like mishandled it and it went whoop. So anyway, I don't know what that is. But yeah, there we are. Mac Murray, sold out. So let's read some people's comments here. And like I said, I didn't get time to... this is 24 hours later, so I didn't get time to... I got 0 comments on YouTube. That's my mistake. Wow. On Facebook, this guy won with 24 likes. He says, from the genius that brought you Metro Jethro comes Messiah Jebediah.
Oh, I like
good.
that.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I get that. Messiah Jebediah.
Man, you could maybe put that on a T-shirt and make some money.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah. Make a T-shirt out of that, you guys. That would be a good meme. Messiah Jebediah from the guy who brought you. There's a lot of head space up here. With
there's a lot of room for a meme text up there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So there you go. That's the guy. That guy is Greg Huber. Congratulations, Greg Huber. You win a new hat. And here's what I've been doing. I'm not just sending out hats, by the way. It's evolved into a care package. Ooh. Yeah. So you get the hat, okay? All right, you get the JR hat. That's my initials, John Reap. J and the R share the same spine. It's also my brother's initials. It's a fake baseball league I started called the Junior League. So, boom, you get a hat. You also get information about a cruise ship I'm doing. Okay, that's in there. So if you want to be on the cruise ship with me, I think there's 11 cabins left. Better get on it. Also, new coaster. I have coasters. Ooh. You can set your drink right on my face, right there. And it's got information to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. And on the back, there's a download. You can do, that little scan thing? Uh-huh. You can do a, what's it called, a QDR? QR code to my album, Ginger Pain, for free. Okay? So you just won a new comedy album. And... probably the best thing.
And there's more.
Yeah. And what? But wait, there's more. This one's priceless.
Oh.
one Marcus Stamos card.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a collector's item right there.
Everyone who wins this contest is now getting a Marcus Stamos card.
Marcus will appreciate
He has no idea.
Oh. Has no idea.
I didn't ask him. I'm just doing it. We should make one for you, though. A Sebastian card.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a magic 8-ball in the background. That would be good. So there you go. Congratulations, Greg Huber. Now, coming in second, on the Instagram with 11 likes. And this person, again with these Instagram names, Cole Hillman _official. One. With 11 likes. And this person said, I'm going once, I'm going twice, I'm sold to the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10. I know she's got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Do you know what that's from?
Yep.
Tell me.
I can't. But I know it's country.
You just lied to me. It's a song.
I know, it's country.
It's a country song, and I didn't get it at first.
Didn't you?
Because it's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got once it got to she's an 8, she's a 10. I go, okay, that's the song. What is the song? And so I had to look it up, and we have it now. Should we play the song? This is what the guy's referring to. It's this song right here.
Right, gotcha.
It's John Michael Montgomery.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's about a county fair. It's called Sold. The Grundy County Auction Incident. Now that's not. This is the lead into the song, but let's watch a little bit because look
Good
how
music video.
this
here,
is. Look, I love this song. I love this kind of old school country music. I kind of wish this would make a comeback, but the video's a little weird.
Well, I went down to the Grundy
Yes, I do
County
remember
Auction
this now.
where I saw something I just had to have.
So he went to an auction. He saw something he had to
I
have.
should proceed with
cow,
caution.
No,
My heart said go ahead and make a bid on that.
he's gonna make a bid.
And I said, hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine on mine. I'll do your bidding and be at your beck and call.
There you go.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone looking so fine. Man, I gotta have her, she's a one of a kind. I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold to the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. She's got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes. And I'm about to bid my heart goodbye.
Yeah, there you go. Good comment, Mr. Cole Hillman _official. But this video's a little weird. I mean, if you watch it now and think, so he's out there bidding on a human being.
Yes, right.
He is like trafficking.
This is human trafficking. This is highly illegal. You cannot buy people anymore. We got rid of that a long time ago. There was a major war about it.
Yeah.
Civil War. So we don't have slaves anymore, Mr. Montgomery. Sorry to tell you. This video, I mean, the song is great. The video makes it look like he went to an auction for cows.
That
There's
was
a
gonna be-
cow. There's
see,
a-
whoa, whoa.
Yeah! Get it, girl! Woo!
See, my question is, did it start auctioning live like cattle,
Right.
and then all of a sudden it transitioned to auctioning human beings? Because
Yeah,
did
I
everybody in
don't-
the crowd know that this was happening, and are they cool with this, or is that?
Or maybe it was a ruse. It's like everyone's in on it. It's
Right.
really about the girl.
Yeah.
But to put the cows
Let's
out
put
there
some cows out
just to make
like,
it
make sure passerbys
And
are
then,
okay with this.
just kidding, it's about you, Blondie.
Well, you know, things have changed too. It takes more. Did you see that guy's truck he got in? He got 2 cows and the girl, and and his truck's falling apart.
Yeah, she wouldn't stay with him that much longer after this.
Probably not.
She'd be like, wait a second, you bought me?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm driving? No, thank you. And I like the Amish guys in this and
some
the
Asian.
rich
There's a
guys,
lot of
the oil
Asian.
guys from Houston. But there you go. They're in love. They're holding each other. Oh, boy. Okay, I think I'm done with this.
We're good on that. Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Yeah. On video. Basically human trafficking.
Yes.
That's a bad thing. Yeah. We're against that here at the Fried Pod.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the
I wanna
fried pod, the mesh studio.
Disclaimer.
We are against.
We are
human
against
trafficking. Yeah.
human trafficking,
forms,
slavery
really.
in
Yeah.
any form.
Yeah.
No offense to the cow industry. I don't want to get them on our butts. You know, I don't want them to brand us evil people. Like
The opening of that video, we're totally fine with the whole auctioning of cattle.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
It's when
right.
it turns out that he goes, nope, you. That's it. Now the song, if you didn't see that video, and you just heard the song, you're like, oh, it's cute.
It's a cute little song.
It's cute. He's like saying, man, I'm in this world. I'm in the cattle business. I'm a cowboy. I do the rodeos and whatnot. And this made me think of you. I don't know. I guess. Anyway,
some songs need to say just songs and not be videos.
I agree.
It, you know. So.
Congratulations, Cole Hillman. You are you have bid on this and you have won the JR hat and the Mark Stamos card and everything else. Now, Shawn Setzer. Let's talk about our trip, dude.
Oh
man, we just came back from Asheville. We went to Tubin down the Pigeon River. That's where this shirt came from.
yes,
Got me a free shirt from the Pigeon River Outfitters. Shout out to Pigeon River Outfitters. Thanks for the free shirt. Thanks for the hospitality. We had a grand old time. Would you say?
we did. We had a grand old time. I don't think they had an extra large in stock, did they?
They didn't know.
I don't think they did. That must be why I didn't get one.
Yeah. No, I had to sign the bus too. I had to go in there and sign the bus
did you?
for the shirt. Yeah. Oh, and I got free beer. I love this place.
Yes.
They were hooking me up right and left. But our good friend Andrew Killian lives up in Asheville. Him and Susie, they got two beautiful kids. And they said, this weekend, it's about us. It's about the adults. Bring your friends. And we went up there. We went tubing. We went axe throwing. Had a great time. Alan, you ever do the tubing?
I've done the Tubin.
Yeah.
I like the Tubin.
In Asheville or?
No, somewhere up at
The New River, most likely. A lot of people go to the New River.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That
It's one of the oldest rivers in the country, isn't it?
Is that right?
I think it is.
The New River is the oldest.
Oh! I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It went right over my head,
You just
Sean.
went right there.
That's my fault.
I mean, I can.
Well, you sold me. I was.
Your name in and at the same time. You just let me know.
No, I was looking right at you, and I was like, "Oh, I believe him." That was good. You sold me. It is. This is a fact. It flows. It's one of the only rivers that flows from south to north.
It does.
The New River.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's
Fact, you can fact check it if you want.
I trust you.
Okay, but that's not where we went.
No.
We were at the Pigeon River.
We went to the high dollar rivers.
Yeah.
Well, we maybe thought we were going to the high dollar rivers.
It was fine. Now, there are other excursions that you can go to in Asheville. I thought, and I actually said this last episode, that we're going down the French Broad River.
Yes.
But we didn't do that one.
No.
We did that one 2 years ago. And it was great. We had a great time, but it took forever. It was like that was like a 5 to 6 hour trip or something.
It just felt like that.
It just felt like that. But this one was over quick, wasn't it? Didn't you feel that way?
Well,
or no?
It was over pretty quick, but we were battling.
Yeah,
we were.
Oh God, it was tough.
survive.
Let's go over the highlights of the trip. Okay, getting in the river.
In the river.
Getting in is hard to do. Because look, you're wearing shoes. The rocks are covered in algae. They're very smooth and slippery. It's cold. There's a lot of people. You got to time it just right because you kind of want to tether. You want to get connected so not people, go off in little nooks and crannies by themselves.
Especially if they got the cooler beer.
If you,
how many? You got to make sure they're tethered to you pretty tight. So yeah,
I think that's one of the first things we did was secure the coolers.
That was the most important thing.
And how many people? There's 15 or 16 of us.
Felt like it.
That was 15 or 16, and we had 3 coolers. No,
coolers
4.
have all the life vest on them and all the protection and all. Just make sure the cooler's okay.
Right. It's got a homing beacon on it. It's got a flashing strobe light. We know what that is at all times.
It's like the black box on an airplane. We're not losing it.
Right. That's most important is the beer, and we had a lot of beer, and it was great. Yeah. But the hard part was one part was getting in the river, and we had a lot of females with us. My lady was there. Your lady was there. It was fun watching Andrew and his lady, and them getting out was the best part. I wish I could show the video. You've seen the video.
Yeah.
I wish I could show it, but unfortunately, I've been asked not to show the video because, unfortunately, most of my friends who live here in Hickory are not comedians.
Yes.
They have real jobs.
Yes.
With real bosses and real consequences.
Yes.
Therefore, I cannot show this. Plus, it's my girlfriend, and she asked me not to. I kind of got to do what she says. Yeah. But let me just tell you, it was priceless. So that was one aspect to it. Then once we got going, there were like 3 trees that were down in the middle of the river.
Yeah.
Now the guy who, bless his heart, I love you to death. He said, "Well, you're going to get in the river. 2 obstacles. One will be there's a tree down. There's a little bit of rapids. Once you go under the first bridge, smooth sailing." I counted 3 trees down. But other than that, it was fine. Then, out of nowhere, remember the kids?
Oh,
Remember that?
yes.
Would you like to elaborate on that? I feel like I'm just hogging up all the airtime.
No, this is terrible that you would.
No, they started it.
So, setting the scene, these are middle-aged people,
Right. We're all in our...
professional
Yeah,
people,
right.
nurses.
He's talking about us.
You're talking about
Sales
you guys.
us people, not the
Yeah.
kids.
I had to clarify that.
Yeah,
Right,
we're talking
right.
about who's on this trip.
Yeah.
Salespeople, medical people,
Yeah.
you know.
Real jobs,
Real
real
jobs.
lives, real bosses,
Yes.
professionals.
But when you put these folks in tubes with beer,
Yeah, it's...
they go back to their original
God.
16-year-old self. And
Yeah.
we were going by a baseball stadium, I believe,
Yeah.
with about maybe a 12-foot fence against the river.
Yeah, I would say it was about from where we were in the river, about 2 football fields physically away, up a hill. There's a chain link fence. On the other side of that fence is the stadium, but there were some random rogue feral kids running around.
Yeah, spider monkeys.
Little spider
They
monkeys.
were climbing the fence.
And you could tell they've done this before
Oh, they were
because
pros. They-
we're basically trapped
Yeah.
in the river. And they know
Oh,
we're not going to
man.
get out and come up there and chase
They
them.
knew how to screw around with you guys, right?
Oh,
So,
man. They were letting us have it.
yeah, 7, 8-year-olds talking.
Yeah.
all kinds of words.
But you would think, as adults, professional adults,
We would
many
come in.
with children
Yes.
above that age,
Yes.
some with that age, would just ignore them, leave them alone. We'll be past this part in a minute.
Yeah.
It'll be over with. No.
Nope. Didn't happen.
They follow you for a while?
No,
Is
no,
that-
no. I'm saying our response was immature.
Oh, okay.
It was a chorus of 15-something professional people
Insulters.
insulting these
Been at
kids.
this- we've been at this a
Like,
long
we
time.
also knew that they couldn't get to us, and their parents were nowhere to be found.
Right.
And we let them have it.
Yes.
And it was great. I mean, it felt like schoolyard bullying all over again. And they started throwing rocks at us.
Threw rocks.
So, okay, so who started insulting who first?
They started it.
Okay, they started it.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe somebody told them to get off that fence.
Yeah. Is that
They
what happened?
said-
Do you remember
somebody
exactly?
Said your mama. And then the
Oh,
little
I don't
kid
remember
said-
that
Mama
part.
thrown out.
And then one
Oh, no,
little
they
kid
did.
said, remember one little kid said, your mama or something, tried to do a your mama joke, but
Yeah.
it wasn't as advanced.
As a kid, right. Yeah.
And then they said,
When we say kids, we mean like 10, 11 years old,
Yeah.
maybe 9. Yeah. Yeah. But go ahead.
like, what would that one say? Something about, I bet you your mama's name, or I got your mama's name.
Yeah,
or
you're
something.
basic your mama jokes.
He was trying to say your
I
mama
mean,
joke, but he said, I got your
9-year-old.
mama's name.
It was
which-
a 9-year-old trying to
Yeah.
do a mama,
Yeah,
your mama joke.
He was trying to joke over his head.
Right, yeah.
And he didn't. He knew.
He was batting for the fences, and he didn't quite
Yeah.
he didn't quite get there.
And we
so.
all went, no. We made fun of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And then we were like, well, we have jobs. I got pubes.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard that one.
Yeah.
But it was an awesome moment because it's like we're behind bulletproof glass and they're behind bulletproof gas, and no one was getting hurt. We were just
They weren't great baseball players because they couldn't throw a rock.
They
very
couldn't
straight.
they tried to throw a rock to the fence. It hit the fence. We're like, oh, you throw like a girl. Like we just let these
Yeah.
kids have it.
That's fun.
And I feel like we got the best of them.
We did get the best of them, but did you notice that the river completely slowed down at that moment?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we were just like, now we're barely moving.
yeah.
almost like
It
it was
lasted
planned.
longer than we wanted it to.
Almost like
Yeah.
it was planned.
Like-
It's like, I'm going to slow them down.
Or the fence was,
get to that point.
right,
or
right.
the fence was 5 miles long. Whichever came first, we're like,
it's the equivalent of you're on the road, some guy cuts you off, you give him the finger, like come on, and then you're next to him at a stoplight.
Right, yeah, it's like,
It's kind of that
Exactly.
because that happened for a minute and we thought, well, this will be over with, and then 5 minutes later, it's still going. And then I saw an adult come walking past.
I thought they were coming down. They had a dog.
And in that moment, we all went, like we turned into the kids.
Yeah. Adults are coming, adults.
Because we saw an adult who was probably younger than us.
Yeah.
Probably just 33. I'm 47.
We're going to get in trouble.
So, yeah.
But that was
funny.
that was a fun moment.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah. But hey, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Yeah.
That goes for all ages. All right. I like that we didn't pull punches. That was pretty cool. Then another highlight was the amazing amount of catches that we made in throwing beer to each other.
Yes. Odell Beckham catches.
A lot of amazing
gloves.
ones. And I'm like, listen, we got a lot of beer. We didn't finish the beer. We have plenty of beer. So I was thinking, whenever someone's throwing a beer, I'm thinking, well, that we'll never see that one again.
Right. You lose one.
I don't think we had one drop.
No.
I'm talking Jody caught one.
Everybody
You
tried.
caught one. Andrew caught one. I think Keith had a good catch. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's impressive.
that is impressive.
You know, it also just goes to show how much you guys cared about that beer.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think if other sports would incorporate beer into the ball, like if instead of a football with air in it,
Yeah.
if there's a little beer in there, I think there'd be no catches. It would be all Odell Beckham's all the time. But that was a lot of fun. What's one of your highlights from that trip? What do you like about it? We try to play music. I remember too. We're trying to get the
I'm gonna tell
Bluetooth
you what
set
I
up.
like to win right along with your bit when you're doing the bit on the pen. 'Cause
Yeah.
I noticed there was a time where and we just had a hole in this tube, not like the other fancy tube places.
Yeah.
You didn't have to get out of the tube to pee,
No.
but you were a responsible tuber.
Me?
Yes.
What'd I do?
Well, you kind of got out of the tube.
Oh, yeah.
You were out of the tube and you were trying to be responsible because we were tethered together and kind of
Yeah.
moved a little bit off.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that happens, it's like when you fart and somebody walks
Yes.
up on you.
Yes.
That's what happened.
That's true. I did do that, but not for those reasons. I made it look like it was for those reasons. The real reason is not as noble. When I'm sitting like
Here it
this, sitting like this in a tube, you're sitting like this. Your butt is sunken, right? So this is the tube. Your butt's here dangling, and I've got a lot of beer in me, and I'm trying to pee. I can't pee like this in this position. I wish that I didn't have to get out of the tube to pee. I actually tried to pee. I was actually sat in this position in pain for a good 10 minutes, going like, and when y'all are talking, I'm like, just nothing's happening.
Can't do
I'm
it.
like, ugh. So I had to get out. And here's another thing. Once you get in the tube and you're sitting there a while, other parts of your body dries off. So when you get back in the water, it's like getting cold all over again. So I had to get out of the tube to pee. And I did that. I was hanging on to the tube. And I said, say what a nice guy I am.
Yeah.
I go over here off to myself to pee and I come back. It's just because I physically couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
wish I could have been.
Your first choice was to pee
Yeah.
right there.
Oh,
in the
Your first
float.
choice was to be a lazy.
Yeah, I wanted to be a douchebag and pee all over you guys.
Gosh.
I physically couldn't do it. I think that's just a sign of old age just happening around the corners. There's hair coming out of
Yes.
everywhere, and now I can't pee on demand.
Yes.
Or just peeing in
In an odd position.
you're not used to.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think there's something to that.
When you're a baby, you can pee anywhere
Yeah,
all
no
the
matter.
time. They don't even think about it. Now I'm 47. I'm sitting like this. I gotta pee. I can't pee.
Yeah.
Playing peeing.
But then that was the first time. Then how many times do you think you peed in that river?
I think I maybe peed one time in the river.
Really?
Yeah. I got a big bladder.
You're a tall guy.
Big,
There's a
large
lot of room
bladder.
to hold a lot of urine.
Yes.
That's the way it works, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the bigger the dude, the bigger the
The
bladder,
bladder.
the more space for urine.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's just basic. It's common
it's
sense.
biology.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I probably peed about 4 times.
Maybe you drank more than me.
Dude, that was my mission.
I was trying to save lives. I was paddling, paddle.
Yeah.
Oh, you were trying to be the guy to actually keep.
Well, that was the
everything
thing.
moving.
Yeah, he's right. There was a time where, because of those trees
Yeah.
that were down, and we were tethered. If we started drifting off to where the tree was, then that's bad shape. We're all stuck on it. It's like we got to,
It would have been a mess.
So a couple people, Shawn included, would be the leader of like trying to like you see a tree coming, like all right, everybody, let's start going this way.
So you were the real hero.
I was the Michael Phelps of the Tubin community.
I was going to say.
Albatross.
Yeah. And so thank you for that.
There's a couple short arm dudes, wasn't much help.
No, there's actually, I wish
maybe Jason.
There was one video where I'm sitting there and I'm like, everyone's out of their tube because it was also like a sandbar almost.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
the trees on the sandbar, and now we're like kind of stuck. You're just trying to get up. Oh, this everyone had to get up out of their tube and pull it. And I'm sitting there going like, pull harder.
Yeah.
So I'm that guy.
Yeah. Well, you were coaching.
Yeah. I was. It's something you need the guy in the
need a
boat to go like
supervisor.
stroke.
Right.
Stroke. You need
that
that
was the
guy.
guy you were.
What's it called? The coxswain.
The coxswain. Is that what it's called?
Please
today?
Google that. Look it up. I
Yes.
can't. If I'm right, I can't believe it.
Wow.
I don't know where I just came up with that.
Coxswain?
Coxswain is the
You
guy
might
in the
wanna- you might
rowboat
wanna watch that Google
who
on
tells
that
them to
before.
row. He's the guy that says stroke, stroke, stroke. I think that's a coxswain.
Oh, my gosh. You're
Whoa!
right. In a rowing crew, the coxswain
Coxswain.
is the member who sits on the stern facing the bow, responsible for steering the boat and coordinating the power and rhythm of the rowers.
I know these
Man.
things. I know
I
stuff.
never
never
heard
would
that
have known that, especially after those journals you've been reading.
Coxswain.
So here's Mr. Coxswain telling you to stroke
You
it.
ought to make a club up.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I was that guy basically in an inner tube, trying to,
Yeah.
someone's
Yeah,
got to stay
You do.
focused.
You have that. Thank you, man.
So,
Everybody played a part.
yeah. So that happened a couple times.
yeah, a lot of times with you.
It's funny. Here I am trying to pee in a tube, and I'm the coxswain.
Yeah.
Coxswaining? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Here we
kinda
go.
works.
So that was a lot of fun. Had a great time going tubing. What's another highlight?
We stopped at brewery that they was
Oh,
really
no,
super
I know.
nice.
Here's another one. Dave, who I nicknamed Evil Dave.
Evil Dave.
Because Evil Dave was all about. Evil Dave was not on his tube for about 80% of this trip. Most of us were in the tube drinking beers, having fellowship, having a good time, except for when I had to get out to pee. But Dave, for whatever reason, got out of this tube and was holding it for a long time. And then his mission was to flip Andrew Killian into the water as many times as possible. And they're cousins. They've got a history.
Yeah.
And so Andrew has been messing with his little cousin for years.
Right.
And now that he's all grown up and he's grown up, he's not having it anymore. So anytime Andrew would make any kind of comment towards Dave, he's like, oh, here, you've just opened your... And Andrew called it. He goes, oh, man, he's going to flip me over now. And then here he comes swimming over. That happened a couple times. That
So
was
he's doing like a Navy SEAL
Navy's
thing
underwater.
underneath the water,
Navy
trying to flip
SEAL.
the
Yeah.
Navy SEAL.
exactly. But then a couple times, because he was not in the tube, maybe he went underwater to go get Andrew. We just didn't see him. And I think one time he got out of the tube and went somewhere. I really did. Because we were like, where's Dave? We don't know where he went. And then, because we're all just hanging out, we just start randomly singing songs. And I just belted out, oh, Dave, oh, Dave. Like it was the lead into the Rhythm Is Gonna Get You by Gloria Estefan.
Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah.
Gloria Estefan, yeah.
So and everyone went, "Oh, Dave, don't die." So we just randomly broke into, and then we changed it to "The Riffer's Gonna Get You," not the rhythm. The Riffer's Gonna get you. And I think there's a video somewhere I posted on Facebook of us all going, "Oh, Dave, oh, Dave, oh, Dave, oh, Dave, oh, Dave, don't die." Oh, Dave, don't. It was awesome. Now, people outside the circle who don't know
no
what's going
idea
on are
what
like,
we're
what?
doing.
Look, these drunk idiots are cussing out kids.
Yeah.
They're peeing in weird positions.
Messing up Miami Sound.
They're
She's
messing
the
up
only
Miami
one she's got.
They're messing up my favorite song.
It's the Hickory Sound Machine. Oh, my God. That was great. And then, because Keith Nestor was on the trip, we have a history, too. We're in the same fantasy football league. It's been going on for probably 19, 20 years.
Wow.
And one year, we rented a big log cabin up in the mountains in Tennessee somewhere, and everybody just came in, and it was a whole weekend. Well, one night around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, everyone's passed out drunk. Me and Keith are the only ones still awake. Wow. And we still had a beer in our hands, and I said, Keith, I think we need to go room to room and sing songs to people. And he goes, that's a great idea. Let's do that. And I was thinking of what's the most obnoxious song that I could sing. And I was thinking like, well, for whatever reason, this one just popped in my head. And I chose this song because in the beginning of it, the dude is just yelling.
Okay.
And it starts off, come on, baby, kick them daisies. Look at that girl, them Daisy Dukes on. I want you to. And, you know, we don't know how the rest of the song goes. I just know it starts. And Keith will go, and then we'll forget, and just one of us will go like, come on, baby, like that. We did that room to room. And before you know it, within about 30 minutes, everybody was like going, kick them daisies, look at that girl, them daisies, just begrudgingly. We had like 20 people
Forced them into
singing Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And then, so that song happened as well,
right.
between me and Keith. And then everyone else said, yeah, I know that one. So we all started screaming it. So that was great, man. I had a good time. We have to do that. That needs to be an annual thing.
Should be an annual thing.
Not just a biannual thing, but an annual thing.
An annual deal.
And then we decided, so then we went to the brewery. We end at the brewery. We go in, we have some food. The girls getting out of the river was great. I wish I could show you that. There were 3 falls. I'll describe it. There were 3 falls that happened. Poor Jody trying to get out of this river. Okay, so first, I'm sitting in the tube, being the coxswain that I am.
Oh, yeah, right. You have to
documenting this whole thing.
You're the documenter.
And you can't just, you have to, it's one at a time gets out of the river. So I'm waiting my turn. No need to get out of the tube yet. Might as well record this.
Sure.
So I'm recording it. Now, I believe Tiffany gets out first. No, Cynthia gets out first. She's up on the embankment a little bit. Then Tiffany gets out. Then Jody, here comes Jody. And she's right behind Tiffany. And right away, gets out of the tube, bam, first fall. Not a big one, just falls on the butt. Ha, 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 ha. It's cool. Then I thought, like, keep rolling.
Just in case.
I think there are more falls coming.
I was going to say, you kind of had a premonition that something else was going to happen.
I did. And so I just kept rolling on Jody. And then, of course, she gets up again. And then now she's behind Tiffany. And she's holding Tiffany. Like, she's like trying to help Tiffany up the slope as well.
Right.
She, at one point, she puts her hand on her butt and just pushes up like that. So she's trying to be helpful. And she gets her up there. And now they're kind of standing on a rock. And she's holding Tiffany by the waist.
Okay.
And here we go with another fall. Bam. She just slips.
Okay.
She just slips and falls.
Just Jody again.
Just Jody.
Yeah.
Although Tiffany was like a little bit like, whoa, almost got me.
Right.
But Jody's down again, second fall.
Okay.
Now, and that was the bigger laugh.
Yep.
Still, could have ended it there. Like, I feel there's one more in here.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, Evil Dave, strikes again.
Yeah.
Although he didn't do this on purpose. He had Jody on the third attempt. Now he's got Jody by the hand. He's pulling her up. He's got her up there. And then someone says something to Jody or Dave, and Dave turns around and lets go.
Oh, no.
And then Jody goes, you see that? You see this
she
in the
does the
face
whole-
like that? And then she grabs Tiffany, and now they're both down.
Oh.
She basically pulled Tiffany into the river and onto a tube where Jill was in.
Yeah.
So
There was a lot of calamity.
yeah, it was calamity is a perfect word for that. Calamity. I actually made a video of it and sent it just to you.
Yes.
Set it to music. I called it The Ascend.
Yes.
Drunk Girls Ascend.
But what you did was slow it down.
I did slow motion.
You
I
did
put
slow
like
motion.
You kind of have to.
I put like
right, yeah.
motivational music behind it.
Yeah.
and the motivational music.
Yeah. So that was funny too because once they fell down, I think Jill or somebody's legs, they went straight up like that, and it was like there was nothing they could do because you don't have that kind of muscle strength to get out of a tube with 2 humans on you, and your feet
hammer.
and in the tube your feet just go, your legs you go. So
wow.
it was a classic one. So then we went to the brewery. That was a lot of fun. And we go throw some axes, dude. Shout out to, what's it called? Axeville Throwing Club.
Yep.
Axeville Throwing Club. We went there, had a great time. Happened to capture some video of me. I've never done this in my life. Do you feel that some people have natural ability or natural calling for one thing?
Yes. And you feel like this is it, or?
Well, look at me, dude. I look like the brawny man.
I know.
I've got a red beard.
Yep.
I'm from Hickory, and there's an axe in my
You
hat.
even have
you
have a tree on your hat.
I got a tree on my hat. I got a tree on my hat.
So this.
I'm a damn lumberjack. I missed my calling. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
As I feel like I missed my calling.
You're kind of
This
sexy.
is, and we got these in order, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. This is my first attempt.
Okay.
First throw.
I didn't see. I wasn't.
Jody
here yet, so I
got
didn't see
this one.
So we'll see this.
First throw. I didn't say anything to the camera. I thought, let's just get the first one down. All right, let's watch
first
it.
one.
Here's the first one. Bam.
Wow. Look at.
Right out the gate. It's a little high. I think I said that. It's a little high, but guess what? It's in the board. You know, I've never done that before.
That was pretty good for a first. I mean, it was your first time.
First time. And then I thought, this is fun. I'm actually pretty good at this. This is my calling. You know, I am a lumbersexual.
You were
as it turns out.
lumbersexual.
Yeah. So that's kind of what this whole place was. By the way, a lot of fun. Remember the girls when we walked in there? The girls next to us? There was one girl just wearing a mesh top with no bra, like totally see-through.
Wow.
And then like a Viking helmet.
Yeah.
There were a lot of millennial hipsters up there in Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, and then we saw a guy walk in.
Yeah.
He was wearing a seersucker suit, no shirt.
Oh,
Remember that one?
Wow. Yes. I forgot
is that a
about
thing?
that.
And he
now? Is
just
that
came in and just kind of hung around and watched people throw an axe and started talking to ladies. I didn't see him throw an axe at all.
yes. I would think throwing axes in Asheville. That's like probably the most
That's the most Asheville thing you can
Asheville
do.
thing you could do
Yeah.
while wearing a seersucker suit.
That needs to be on the license
That's the
plate.
visitor center brochure when you pick it.
Welcome to Axeville.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might run into this dude. All right, so I think this might be my.
This is you calling the shot, right?
Oh, now I'm getting caught in the dang middle. I'll call it right in the dang middle.
Out in the damn middle.
Yeah, just like Babe Ruth or whoever it was that pointed to where he
Yeah.
was going to hit it. What was that movie?
That's Babe Ruth. He called the
He
shot.
called it. He points.
Yeah.
I called it. I said right in the dang middle. All right, let's see if I get better. At this.
John Reap here, going to teach you how to throw an axe.
This is left-handed. I was trying to be funny here. I didn't think this would work. I was trying to be goofy. Bam.
Wow.
It still went in like left-handed.
Yeah, left-handed. I was trying to throw like a goofball, and it still went in.
Calling here, so
Yeah. Now let's move up to two axes.
okay.
You are lumbersexual.
Yeah, I am ambidextrous.
I
Two
like that.
hands, two axes. I
This is the
feel
first
like
time you've been axe throwing.
I've never. Yeah, this is the first time ever. At this point, it was everybody's a free for all. They didn't play a game. We didn't keep score.
Sure,
just
yeah,
throwing
just doing it,
axes.
yeah.
And then I got you throwing an axe. Let's see.
no.
Let's see Shawn
Oh,
Setzer.
okay.
Oh, this is bad.
Here's
I didn't get
Shawn throwing an axe. It was a good time. He's a natural athlete. This guy's a state champion basketball
I like
player.
it. No risk. No
Here we
risk.
go.
No risk. No risk.
Oh,
You're going like over the top or something.
now here's what I think that is. You're a basketball guy.
Yeah.
You're
I got
used
too
to-
much wrist action.
You're used to
I'm looking
this
for the
move.
follow through.
Well, had we went and shot free throws,
Killed
you'd
you.
have killed me.
Killed you.
That's not your natural calling. My
I'm mad
natural
about it now,
calling
and
is
I'll be
axe.
practicing. I'll be up in Asheville throwing axes.
That's where you
So-
were earlier today before you came to the show.
That's why I
right?
was
You
a
got to
little late. I've
practice
been
it, yeah.
practicing.
Oh yeah.
So there's a place in Hickory. where
That's
you can
what
go
I've
and
heard
throw
about
axes
that.
I
as
just
well.
heard that.
Yeah.
Somebody
It used to
thought I
be
was in Hickory.
an oil changing
Yeah.
place,
But
right?
it's right across from CVCC.
Okay.
In front of the Walmart out there on 70. So,
We were talking about that when we got there, like, oh, that just opened up, and on
Yeah.
the way, and before this episode, Moose was back there switching, said he went and did it.
He did.
and cut his lip.
They went for one of our shows. They were recording for another show here, and they were trying the place out, doing an interview there and all. And he
I said, how do you cut your
the
lip?
axe got caught on a little
Yeah, he had
thing
a-
on the back of his shirt.
He had a fishing shirt with a
Right.
vent. On
Got
the
caught
back.
on the vent. And
Yeah.
so when he tried to pull it, it got caught and it hit his lip, it sliced his lip.
Moose, it's not your year, buddy. Poor fella. He's fine. He's back there switching stuff right
Yeah,
now.
he's good.
But that's a lot of fun. Yeah. So there you go. Sharpen your skills
I'll be back.
next year.
I'll be
Maybe
back
next
soon.
year we'll go shoot some free throws.
And then get video of that. Make sure.
We'll get video of that as well. That was a lot of fun, dude. What was your highlight? Did you like the axe throwing better, or did you like?
Obviously, I didn't, John.
No,
I'm very
kinda
competitive. I like to
we
win.
we had good pictures though. That place was great.
We did great pictures. Had good photo op with
Yeah.
the Viking paraphernalia
Yeah.
and the lumberjacks.
They got a selfie station.
Oh,
where
so you can do, like, Viking stuff
You can.
also.
It's kind of weird. They got like props you can put on.
Do they have a
Viking-
seersucker suit you can put on?
No, they should.
should,
That's
really.
more
Yeah.
on key to what Asheville is.
Yeah.
But they had flannels that
Okay.
you could put on. I'm like, basically, we're making fun of ourselves here.
Yeah.
Like I could have brought a flannel.
Well, I was gonna say, this
I
looks
don't
like my
need-
wardrobe up here.
I have the exact shirt. So you want me to put that on as a joke?
So now we're a novelty.
I wear it.
You're saying now we're a novelty. is
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
like
Our
they're
costumes are,
joking,
yeah.
they're goofing on us, which I take.
Maybe
I'm
we should
highly
do
offended.
our own. Maybe we should do our thing about them. Like,
Yeah, what would that
we'll
be?
have like you come down to our
You come to Hickory.
Hickory and we'll put you in a seersucker suit and some Crocs.
Oh yeah, you dress up. We'll have
Yeah.
some,
Jesus
we'll have
sandals,
some
what do you call
patchouli
them?
oil you can put on for fun,
Yeah.
just for fun.
Yeah, right. Take part in a drum circle right here on
Yeah,
the
just for giggles. Isn't this weird? I can't believe they do this. Oh man. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for doing that. Also, I got a news segment I want to do. Because I feel like we don't have anything on here about like what's in the news, what's trending now. So I wanted to come up with a segment about what's trending, and I thought I'd call it Best Trends. And I wanted to have a song called Best Trends. And I thought, well, what can we do? Well, there's already a song called Best Friends. We'll make it that. And I go, I was trying to tell you last episode.
Yeah, I
you know
couldn't
that
place
song?
the song. No.
Well, of course, because the song I was thinking of only exists in this commercial.
Is that what the deal is? So
Yes.
you were talking about like it was some big popular song.
I just assumed they took this song.
Yeah, I never
from
heard that song before.
A popular musician, singer, songwriter,
Yeah.
but apparently this is just
It was
a
written
one-off.
just for this commercial.
That I don't know. I really don't even know who sang the song, where it comes from. So at some point, we're going to take the audio from this.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do this. Maybe this will be an experiment from you guys. Take the audio from this song and then change it to best trends.
Best trends.
Best trends, not friends. But let's take a look at this commercial. Remember this one, Shawn?
Yep.
This one's called. I forgot what it's called.
Hey, you guys need a tow?
Sure.
Best friends, you're there when I need you. Best friends, you know I'm there for you.
Dodge Ram. It's everything you've ever dreamed of. In one powerful truck.
Man, that was sweet. For you. You can ride in the truck next time.
So, yeah, that was fun making that one, by the way, because for that daydream to happen, we actually had to shoot it, which means I was actually in that hot tub with all them hot chicks.
I was going to say,
In
that
the back
wasn't
of
like
truck.
CGI you
No.
put in later. That was real, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that was.
That's a weird. I don't remember the hot tub being in the back of the truck.
Yeah, it's weird too that like my character is fascinated with not just the truck, Now he wants to be best friends with that dude.
Yeah.
And I look at him and I call dreamy eyed. It's a little homoerotic.
So I was going to question. I
don't know what the
remember-
character's sexual identity is.
I was just, and there was even, wasn't there another commercial where, well, I know there was another Daydream one where at the end you were in the drive-through window.
Right,
you were daydreaming there too. But I was curious. I'm like, when did your attention shift from the truck to the driver of the truck? Because that seemed to be a little bit of a, that was a storyline I didn't expect.
I don't understand it either, but I think that was the third or fourth one.
Yeah, right. We were running out of ideas at that point. So
they're like, okay, we don't know what to do. For whatever reason, this stupid commercial is working, so we're going to make more of them. It's selling a lot of trucks. We don't know what to do with you idiots, but that's what they did. So I thought that'd be fun to take that song, make best trends, and I thought, well, what's trending now? And dude, this one just happened not long ago. This was about a week ago this happened. I actually went on Instagram and I asked everybody, hey, about to record a new Fried Pod. This was last week. I wanted to do this last week. We didn't have time to get to it. I said, what do you want me to talk about? This dude said, this guy named Clark Cavolo said I should talk about the lady who peed on a sack of potatoes at a Walmart. And that made the news. And let's watch this. Can we just play the story? Watch this, Shawn.
Who allegedly urinated on a bag of potatoes at Walmart has turned herself into police. Amy Wattis has...
That happens.
Police.
Yeah, it's
police.
Hold on. Come on.
Police.
Oh, man. She's stuck.
On a bag of potatoes at Walmart has turned herself into police.
I like that she turned herself in.
Are saying about it tonight.
Right away, that means...
All right, here we go.
Sick.
Oh.
She needs to get fined.
Is it her?
Okay, that's not even her.
Juan isn't the only Walmart shopper that feels this way.
I think she might have some problems.
West Mifflin police released these surveillance images of a woman they believe urinated on potatoes that were
taking a selfie while she's doing it.
Store. The alleged incident happened in the early morning hours Thursday. And employees saw it all happen and called police right away.
That's like really gross. It's like gross. Why?
Why?
She must be
That's
ill
Tyree
or
Wan.
something.
Walmart released...
See that? You see her name? Tyree Wan?
No.
The safety of our customers is a top priority for us. This type of obscene conduct is outrageous, and we...
All right, that's good enough. Couple things here.
Yeah.
The headline was, lady turns herself in.
All right, so she did it, and then she voluntarily turned herself in.
I think the video of it was broadcast on the news locally, like somewhere in
maybe
Pennsylvania.
she just kind of realized, like, okay, gig is
and
up.
they're like, all right, don't make us come find you with potato guns drawn.
I have a lot of questions, but I want to hear you guys talk about
I like
it
that
first,
she
so.
turned herself in.
Right, yeah,
she's
there's
like,
that.
you know what? I've been on the lam for too long.
The gig is up.
The gig is up.
I can't
They're on
run
to me.
forever.
I've been peeing on potatoes for years now, but they finally got me on camera doing it. So,
Oh man, maybe she was just marking her potatoes. You know how cats like to just leave scent markings on things.
had she bought the potatoes?
Well, it looks to me, you see the security. That looks like it's an entrance or an exit to
This
the
is
Walmart.
right near the front doors.
Yes,
Because you go through through
those
little detector
So
things.
it looks like perhaps
bought them.
she bought the potatoes.
And then
No.
took-
If it were her potatoes and she peed on them, I think we have
technically could
less
do
of a
whatever.
problem here.
So we're thinking maybe that she had not bought them yet.
Right. Maybe someone laid their potatoes down.
Oh,
Or maybe there was actually a display of potatoes there. Like, hey, look at our beautiful potatoes. Don't forget to grab them when you get in the store.
Because you know everybody wants to see potatoes when they
on the
come
way
in.
And then maybe she decided to take a piss on them because she was like, this is my potato. I don't want to forget
It's
about
like,
it.
I'm going to buy it.
I'm going to buy it. So
I haven't bought it yet.
This
Let me
one's
go
mine.
ahead and do this. That way it marks it, and nobody else will take it.
Yeah, maybe too. She's really trying to do the Atkins low carb diet.
Yeah.
And it's not working for her. And she sees potatoes and she gets outraged and she's immediately going to pee on them.
Well,
But she turned herself in. That's good news.
I was not familiar with the story. Is she a serial potato peeler? I mean, is this the first? Did they make any indication whether this is the first time she's done it, or
I don't know, but
before?
I feel like if you get caught, that's
Normally you don't
that's
get caught
probably
the first
you don't
time.
get caught the first time, which leads me to believe this might be her 7th or 8th time.
But
maybe she started out in the fields. Maybe she started.
This is nothing. And the reason I say
here we go.
I mean, the reason I say this is because as someone who's been thrown out of a Walmart or two for certain things, it's not that bad. And number two, I worked in a grocery store as a teenager and seen this same thing happen multiple times.
Well, you've seen people pee on potatoes?
Not on potatoes, but I've seen people crap all over the floors on aisle 7, 8, and 9.
Oh my God!
Simultaneous.
Do you think that is people who just lose control of their bowels, or do they go there?
No, they pull their dress up and go ahead and dump it right there. They pretty well know it's coming. And they could walk to the bathroom 15 feet.
But so it's like on purpose.
It's on purpose.
Oh man,
that's some things. Yeah, you see those kind of things in the retail, and believe me, you see a lot worse in the female bathroom.
Yeah. So you're saying this doesn't faze you?
This doesn't even faze me.
You're saying this is like
concerned about
this is like tip of the iceberg.
Nothing.
If retail situation.
The worst thing going on inside of a Walmart, I'm okay.
This is a nothing burger compared to the things you've seen.
And she'll be banned for maybe 6 to 8 months. She can get right back in.
Yeah, she's banned for that Walmart.
Yeah, but not all the rest.
Not the other one.
Because they put your picture only in the back on that particular Walmart.
Yeah. Man.
Okay.
So now if there's another potato famine, we know why. This lady.
Probably what
wash your vegetables.
We're going to have a lot of copycatters now. That's what we're going to have.
Other vegetables.
There'll be other things happening. But see, we didn't have this 20 years ago. Didn't have all this, I mean,
you didn't have the cameras everywhere.
It's happened everywhere.
Yeah,
but you didn't know about it. Now
that's true. You're saying this has been going on for generations.
Right.
Just now we have the technology to actually capture it.
Yes,
that's right.
They're all being caught. And they're, she's telling on herself, it's just like the guy that's spit in the pizza at one time.
Right.
Got busted.
The girl licking the ice cream.
Yes.
Putting it back up. That stuff's been going on for years.
Forever.
Now we're documenting. Look, it looks in the video she's taking a picture of herself. Right there, it looks like she's doing a selfie.
Really proud of it. So,
Yeah. That's not
She'll
smart.
be fine. We'll see her at a local Walmart real soon.
She'll be fine. She'll get
just like with everything. I worry about what comes next. Like where is this going to lead to? Like both with her or copycats.
As
like
long
you said,
as they stay off the limes when I'm in the Corona, that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Shawn draws the line at limes.
Yeah, right.
And we're going to have a problem.
Now
we're going to have an epidemic.
We have an epidemic that we got to deal with.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Also bizarre what I found out in this, what I thought bizarre about this, the people, when the news goes out to cover this story, do they choose these people to interview or do they just come to them?
They won't. They come.
I mean, they really want, because they know they're going to a Walmart, and we all know about the people of Walmart being made fun of for years. It's a whole web page. Yeah. So I wonder if they seek them out or do those people seek out the camera when they show up? It's like which came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, look at this lady here. Okay.
I think they're looking for people like this.
Ty Red Wan?
Yeah, that's it. Ty Red Wan. I noticed that. I mean, you have to get.
Now, she's got an interesting accent. I think that's a wig.
Well, and the shame of it is all she just kept saying is that it was weird. I mean, that's all she just kept saying. Yeah, she didn't really add a lot of context to the whole situation. Just
she didn't say she saw it.
No.
It's like gross.
Oh, gross.
Why do it? She must be ill or something.
No, pause it. Did she say old or ill?
Ill.
She must be illed. I think she said illed. I think she was trying to say old and ill at the same time, and illed came out.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then the next lady they interviewed, who's just sitting in her car, pulls up.
See if that
if it's going to cooperate. Who knows? But yeah, I noticed that lady just happened to have a God forbid, bless your heart, a gigantic mole next to her nose. But
I don't know where she is.
I don't say you have to be camera ready when you go to Walmart, but you might want to think about it because a lot of crazy stuff like that's going to happen.
Yeah, you need
a lot of people peeing on potatoes. You know what I mean? All right, don't worry about it.
I don't know.
There she is. Oh. Did you not see that?
Didn't see that.
That's all I looked at. It's like that character from that Austin Powers the guy who was in
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage, the gigantic.
You know what? A cure that home remedy. If you take a potato with some urine on it and rub it. It's in the remedy book.
Yeah. So that's why she's there. Oh, she's in on it.
Yeah, she's in on it.
She's pretending.
There's always someone. Yeah, she's there to.
She's like, well, I don't know why anyone would do that.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird. Anyway, that's the new segment. Best trends. You're my pal. You're my buddy. We'll think of the lyrics later. Maybe that's your homework for the Fried Podcast as you look up some interesting lyrics to that song.
Yeah,
and then you could contribute. And then maybe you'll win a free JR hat or Marcus Stamos business card. I love that these are going out everywhere.
All over the world.
I mean, who has, these are everywhere, man. They're all over Florida.
Got them all over Florida. I got them over South Carolina, Virginia. I put them in Richmond when I was in Richmond.
Gary Busey has one. Bill Engvall has one. The guy, Carson something from the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Carson's
he has one. A lot of people have these. So you're going to want one.
They're going to be a collector's item. I mean, there were only so many made.
There are only 1,000 made.
Oh, only 1,000.
Yeah, so we're down to 784 left. So I think
that's a hot 250 out there floating around right now.
You want to get in on that. All right, man. Let's plug some tour dates. If you cruise over to johnreap.com, all right, that's all things about me you need to know. The most asked question is, when are you coming to my town? When are you coming to my town, John Reap? Well, if you click on tour dates, you will see. My next gig will be August the 16th through the 18th at the Chicago Improv. Then from there, it's Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, August 26th through September 1st. I'll be in Charlotte on September 27th. I'll be in Raleigh on December 27th to 29th. Plus, there's a lot more tour dates if you just click on that. Cruise ship, boom, right here. Information, same thing right there. Cruise ship, we are down to 1 balcony room left, 11 ocean views, and 3 interiors. So if you're thinking about it, that's March the 9th, 6th through the 8th.
Don't show up on the 9th because the boat will be gone.
It'll be like, man, you missed it. We had a great time. It's going to be fun because I'm going to be doing karaoke one night. I'm doing a night of comedy, and I'm doing a live video podcast like this on the ship. Also, Ginger Payne comedy album still available for download in any place that you would get your music. You can listen to Ginger Payne. That's also on YouTube right now. It's its own playlist on YouTube. Also, this one's big news. Comedy special. All right. This is video and audio. The Ginger Beard Man. I just kicked your thing there, buddy. Sorry. Ginger Beard Man. That's what that looks like. That's coming to a TV near you because on the 20th. Actually, let me take it back. It's available right now for pre-order if you have Apple TV. So if you do Apple TV, you can pre-order it right now. That's what it looks like. That's the logo. Then on August the 20th, it's available to buy or rent on Amazon Prime, iTunes, Google, Xbox, Vimeo. It will be on demand on Comcast, Charter, Cox, Dish, DirecTV, all that stuff. And on I'm on Cameo. If you have any idea what Cameo is, that's where you look up. I think Gary Busey does Cameo. We need to get Gary. We could go on Cameo and make Gary Busey say something.
So you could hire Gary Busey to do a Cameo video for you.
Yes,
and then he could turn around and hire you to do a message.
I could.
Him. So it's a little reciprocal thing on Cameo.
We need to look into that for real for the podcast and get a lot of. It doesn't cost. You can set your price. I'm sure Gary Busey is expensive. But you can get not every celebrity, but some celebrities are on Cameo. You just go up, you sign in, and you type up the script, and they'll say whatever it is you want them to say. And there are restrictions; they won't say everything.
So with in Cameo, it has nothing to do with the '80s R&B band.
Word up.
Word up. Yeah.
Everybody say.
Just want to make sure there was no connection.
But that's it. You can get Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, mercy.
Carson Kressley. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. That guy's got a John Stamos business card.
That guy does.
I want you to know that.
Gary Busey, not Gary Busey.
Is he on there? There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We got to get Busey.
He's 350. Look at him. It's almost worth 350.
What does he say? We see 350.
Book Gary Busey for $350.
For $350.
Wow.
Yeah.
We can possibly get Gary Busey to plug our podcast. And then he'll add his own stuff because he can't help it. He just will. But I'm also on here. Can you guess what my price is?
How much?
$20 dang.
$20.
I think it might be 15, but I don't ask much.
I think it's a bargain, man.
You know, I ain't Gary Busey either. But anyway, I'm on Cameo. And of course, like I said before, go to johnreap.com. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share on YouTube, SoundCloud, all that stuff. Shawn, did you have a good time?
Had a great time.
Are you okay?
Man.
But I had a great time.
Had a good time.
Do you want to plug Service Hub?
Nope.
Okay. I was going to say, because you have the shirt, we can give you a plug.
Oh, you know why?
Service
I had to
Hub.
wear this shirt?
Why?
Because I didn't get a free one.
Oh, man. You didn't get a free shirt from the river place. Yeah.
But we'll make our own up. I'm gonna make my own up.
We need to make up our own shirts for the next Tubin trip.
I want what was it? What do you call it? Coxswain?
Coxswain. You want that like put on the back of the shirt.
You're the coxswain.
Or something. We're gonna make up something with coxswain.
I got your shirt, dude. I heart coxswain. There we go.
I'm sure.
That'll be a big hit in Nashville.
I'm sure.
Asheville, they will love that shirt.
We can put that in.
All right. I guess this is where we ended. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right.
Cue the music.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm the one
you've
ending
been.
the show.
This is.
Sorry about
That's
that.
okay. We've been having a great time. This is it. Thank you for tuning in and listening and watching another amazing episode of the Fried Pod. Happy Friday, everybody! Bicycle!